Hola amigos y amigas, you are now with Jocelyn, and this is our weekly energy reading for the week ahead, where we are going to be gaining a deeper understanding and higher awareness of what we can expect in this week to come. We do have a full moon in Pisces taking place on Monday, September 20th. So we are going to be channeling and tuning into the energy of that full moon so that we can really know how it will be impacting us and what it is calling us to do in this coming week. If you have not checked out my journaling prompts for this full moon in Pisces, then you definitely want to check it out right here for some more guidance on your reflections and your ritual. But without further ado, let's get into this energy reading. I'm really excited to see what it is that we channel. And as always, I set the intention that for those who are meant to receive these messages, align to this video. So if you align to this video, then there may be a message that you are meant to hear. So I've already cleansed myself, cleansed my space. If you'd like to do a little practice where you cleanse yourself as well, perhaps we can take a deep breath together. So go ahead and put your hand over your heart and let's take a deep inhale. Pause at the top and exhale. Beautiful. So I do live in the city. I do have the windows open. It is a beautiful day. So if we hear any noises, any neighborly noises, we are going to remain centered and grounded throughout this reading. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm so grateful for you. What is the overall energy for this week to come? What's the overall energy for this week to come? What is the overall energy for this week to come with this full moon in Pisces? What is the overall energy for the week to come? Okay, so we've got a card that jumped out, and it's one of my favorite cards to receive because it's just so affirming. And that card is our guardian angel card, which is that you are not alone. We are not alone, my friends. We are divinely guided, divinely protected. We are divinely supported and loved, and our guardian angels are very much so, very, very present with us at this time. And the other card that we caught is the winter card, which is to take care of your needs. Perhaps some of you have already been thinking about the fact that we are approaching winter. I know that we are barely transitioning into fall, but winter is just such a season of retreat and seclusion for some that it's important to think about it ahead of time. And for many of us, we do think about it ahead of time because there's things that we have to make sure we take care of in regards to our mental health, in regards to our bodily, physical health, making sure that we are maintaining our overall well-being in that season. So this coming week, it kind of has that kind of winter energy where some of us may be feeling called to retreat, to kind of be secluded, be with ourselves, and really just take care of our needs. And first and foremost, acknowledge and become aware of what exactly those needs are. In the journaling prompts video that I shared that this full moon in Pisces is really, really a full moon of letting go and of releasing and of really just tuning in with ourselves, and again just becoming aware of what exactly our needs are, what exactly our desires are. And I know that many of us have been putting a lot of attention and focus on that, on our healing, on our evolution, on figuring out which path we're going to take and evolve into and who it is that we're becoming. But in the midst of all of these changes and transitions, it's just really important to really be checking in with ourselves and making sure that our needs, first and foremost, really are being replenished and really being fulfilled. So this week, my friends, is one of those weeks where, one, you really just got to take care of yourself. You really got to take care of your needs, and you really got to just check in with yourself. Like, how are you really, really doing right now? In every area of your life, how are you feeling? And when was the last time that you really took a moment to just stop and ask yourself that? Like, self, I know you're out here telling everybody that you're doing good, but how are you really? Is that sadness still lingering? Do you still feel angry over that situation? How are you feeling with that? How are you feeling with this experience that we just had not too long ago? Like, really checking in with yourself, because we've been going through a lot of changes, y'all. So be with yourself this week and know that you are not alone. You are not alone. So know that whatever it is that you're doing, you're not alone. You are supported in what it is that you are doing, what it is that you are investing your time and energy into. I actually have never gotten this card, the winter card, so I want to see what the booklet says. Yeah, do everything you need to be at your best, then move beyond your fears and limitations. Exactly. So it's really just like this energy of like, okay, what are my basic needs at this time? Like, what are my foundational needs that I need to take care of for myself? Check in with that, fulfill those needs, and then move beyond that, right? Like, it's just, I don't know, I feel like we're really living in a time where so many of us are trying to think about how we can be of service to others, but it's just so important to know that in order for you to really contribute your best to your community, contribute your best to your industry, to whatever space it is that you want to contribute to, like, in order to really give your best, you have to be at your best. So what needs do you need to fulfill in order for you to really be at your best and to give your best? And do you know, like, are you aware of what your best even is? So, should any challenges or obstacles arise, what energy do we tune into? Should any challenges or obstacles arise, what energy do we tune into? We already got one card that jumped out, and we've got another one here. So the first card that jumped out is the card of release. So again, my friends, the full moon is really calling us to release, to let go, to really, I feel like we're at a time where we are taking note of what we've been holding on to and what we feel ready, like naturally ready to intentionally release. Like, what in your life have you felt like you've been holding on to? And you're now starting to feel like either completely ready to like let it go, like perhaps you feel ready to let go of things that you never thought you'd feel ready to let go of or willing to let go of, and now you're just so willing, so ready, and perhaps you don't feel like 100% there, but there's a part of you that finally is like, okay, you know what, I'm starting to feel open to release this because I'm realizing that it just does not serve me anymore. This has served its purpose. And again, y'all, I'm just gonna emphasize this again. Please check out the journaling prompts video because it's touching on all of this, which is so beautiful. But the other card that we got is stillness. Stillness. This is the best way to really tune in with yourself, is through stillness. right? We live in a world where everything moves so quickly, and honestly, like, our natural state of being is this like really calm state of flow. And of course there's turbulence sometimes, of course there's like rapid waters and stuff like that, but if you just observe nature all around you, it's just so still, right? So still, so confident, so like in its element, knowing that it's just in the present moment, and it has no worries, has no fears. It's not stuck in the past, it's not fixated on the future. It's not, I'm looking all around here because I literally have all these plants in my home, and I have views of trees outside my window, so I'm just like observing at just how still nature is, and just how beautiful and how much we can learn from nature. So if you have the ability to spend more time outdoors, please, my friends, especially as we are approaching some colder seasons to where it won't be as comfortable to go outdoors, like get those endorphins from nature right now as much as you can. But speaking of like nature and the seasons, like here we have the season of fall, of autumn, where naturally the season of fall is things falling, you know, things being released, trees letting go of their leaves, and we're seeing that transition taking place in nature. And we ourselves are so much more in tune with nature than we realize. Like, we are naturally going to be doing a lot more releasing and shedding that perhaps we currently aren't aware of as we step further into and progress into the season of fall, the season of autumn. So this full moon is just kind of like perhaps a teaser trailer of what's to come in regards to releasing. And the way that I feel personally about release is like, I feel like I've done so much releasing, I don't even know what else I could be releasing, but I know that there's so much more transition and transformation to come, that it's only natural that things are going to continue to fall apart. Things are going to continue to be distanced from myself and my path. Things are going to continue to be let go of and be released, with the intention to be making space for all the new that is to come. Again, this is the first time that I get this release card, so let's see what it says. When you receive this card, it is time to let go and surrender. Let go of situations, people, and objects that do not serve you. Let go of old, outmoded, self-limited beliefs that drag you down. This is a time of stripping away superficial distractions until you reach who you are at your core. If you are holding on to the old, it is difficult for anything new to come into your life. Begin to clear your home, living environments of clutter. If you don't love it or use it, it is probably clutter. Clear it out of your space. It's time for detox. To get ready for the new, you must release the old. Exactly. Y'all, we are going to be experiencing so much more newness in our lives, in every aspect of our lives, from relationships to careers to opportunities to environments. And something as simple as just even cleaning your home, like that in itself is making space, right? Something as simple as you prioritizing more bodily movement, where you are exercising, you're stretching, you're like just being more conscious of moving your body. That is also a way that you are releasing the old and making space for the new, because movement assists you in giving flow to stagnancy that may be built up within your body, within your mind. So just keep that in mind this week, of like really making space, really letting go, really continuing to surrender, and taking note of where the limits exist in your life, mentally, physically, spiritually, where the blockages exist in your life, where the stagnancy exists in your life, and start thinking of ways that you can really release it, because you deserve to make space for the new that is trying to align with you at this time. And remember that your guardian angel, your spirit team is with you, and you are not alone. What do we focus on healing? 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 What do we focus on healing this week? 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 What do we focus on? Okay, so pretty wild. First card that jumps out is letting go. So my friends, this is definitely the full moon telling us that it's time to release and surrender and let go and really prioritize our needs, not our ego needs, our soul needs. There's a difference. Use discernment to know what that difference is. We're also being called to heal burden, right? So by healing our burdens, we are letting them go. We are becoming aware of them. We are surrendering them. We are no longer holding on to them. And we're also healing transformation. So really just allowing ourselves to transform. A lot of the times, the thing that stops us from letting go, from releasing, is fear of change, fear of transformation. And so when we're not letting go, when we're not making space, when we are not releasing, surrendering, we are not allowing ourselves to transform, right? And if you haven't noticed, we are all being called to really, really transform at this time. And really what that transformation is all of us really just awakening to our authenticity, to our power, and returning back home to ourselves, to our true nature, to our gifts, to our divine path. And the only way that we're really going to experience that transformation and those divine alignments is by letting go. You may have already had this desire to practice surrendering, practice radical acceptance, and this is something that I've talked about often recently in my podcast, which you can also check out here on my channel. But there's a reason, right? There's a reason why these urges, these callings, these sudden feelings to do things, to learn about things, to practice things are coming up. Listen to those sudden desires of, you know what? I feel like I need to be more accepting. I feel like I really need to practice letting go. I feel like I really need to know how to surrender things in my life, because I'm realizing that I have this tendency to hold on to what is keeping me safe, but it's really not keeping me safe. Hold on to these comfortable situations that actually really aren't that comfortable, right? Like, just have these talks with yourself that are really honest, that are really just like getting you to confront the reality of your situation, of your environment, of the direction that you are headed. Like, what I'm really getting here about this week and about this Pisces full moon is that, one, we are taking care of our soul needs. We are taking care of our soul needs, not our ego needs, right? Because that's what made us get lost or asleep in the first place, is by listening to our ego, is by allowing our ego to cloud our clear vision, right? Our ego is tied to the materialistic, to the capitalistic, to the societal, to the programming that is oppressive, that is not awakening, that is not really taking care of who you truly are. So one, it's taking care of your soul needs and acknowledging what your soul needs are, right? And what's going to really assist you with that, which is the second point of what I'm getting at, this overall energy for this week to come, is letting go. When you let go of your expectations, when you let go of how you think things should be, when you let go of what no longer is serving you, when you let go of having the need to have control over your life, over situations, over relationships, when you let go of thought patterns that don't serve you, when you let go of habits that are holding you back from your highest potential, you will start awakening and realizing to who your highest potential is, who your higher self is, who your most authentic self is. Because everything that's holding you back and everything that's taking up too much space in your life and everything that is no longer serving you, everything that is essentially holding you back is clouding your vision, right? It's creating more blockages and more stagnancy in areas that you're not even aware of. And this is the week, this is the full moon to like really start welcoming and becoming willing to no longer accept that. To no longer accept being held back, to no longer accept less than you deserve, than you are worthy of, and no longer accept just not being in a state of flow with life, right? You may have been noticing or thinking about ways that you have played a role in your own suffering, played a role in your own holding yourself back. And it's like, why would I intentionally hold myself back? Like, I wouldn't do that. And it's true, you wouldn't do that, but you are, right? We are. And the parts of us that are doing that are the parts of us that aren't authentic to ourselves and are asleep. Right? Your authentic self wouldn't hold you back. Your authentic self wouldn't bring more stress and worry into your life. I want to look into this winter card again. I feel like I didn't get all the way into it. You have an opportunity to move beyond your fears. Although you may feel in the dark, get comfortable with being in the unknown. And trust that the light within you will sustain you through what may seem a challenging process. Ask yourself what you need to do to feel supported and alive. You may uncover something from your past that you have buried deep. Know that when you unearth it, shed light on it. You create space for miracles. You may feel like a lone wolf right now, but it's time for you to be the alpha, be the leader. When the winter card arrives, that's something else. Yeah. So ask yourself what you need to feel supported and alive. You may feel something from your past. You may uncover something from your past that you have buried deep. And that's what really full moons are all about, right? Is like shedding light on the darkness, shedding light on the shadows. So it's natural for us to have like heightened emotions, heightened sensitivity and vulnerability at this time. I personally, to be transparent, have been having things from the past being uncovered and just kind of realizing, okay, I have more healing to do in regards to X, Y, and Z. And that acknowledgement, that awareness is so important. So allow yourself to become aware, allow yourself to become curious about, again, what is coming up at this time. So my friends, what it is that we are healing our ability to let go. We are healing ourselves from our burdens by letting go of those burdens. And we are healing through transformation, allowing ourselves to transform. Okay, what are we surrendering this week? What are we being called to surrender this week? What are we being called to surrender this week? What are we being called to surrender this week? What are we being called to surrender this week? What are we being called to surrender this week? Okay, so we've got surrender and low self-esteem. You deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release remnants of low self-esteem. There we go, y'all. More releasing. So we're releasing, we're surrendering low self-esteem. So, again, your most authentic self knows your worth, right? Your higher self knows that you deserve success, you deserve love, you deserve abundance, you deserve peace, you deserve joy, you deserve all your deepest desires that are in alignment with your soul purpose. So any low self-esteem that you may have, that you either are or are not aware of, it is time to release that. So hold space for yourself this week to acknowledge what that low self-esteem is. Make it a point daily to notice where low self-esteem may be manifesting itself throughout your day, right? Whether it's you're working really hard and you're feeling tired, you feel like you need rest, but you're like, no. And it's like, wait a second, like, I deserve rest. The low self-esteem that could be showing up in that moment could be that you don't deserve the rest because you aren't working hard enough, or you need to work harder, or you're not successful enough. So you need to keep working, you need to grind, you need to not rest. And it's like, no, we're not doing, right? So it's like there's so many little intricate, unique ways that self-esteem manifests itself into our lives, and we just have to catch it. And we catch it by practicing stillness, honestly. Really just like making time for those pauses. Not being so go all the time to where we're missing out on life, on our surroundings, on the signs around us, on our guardian angel that is with us, that is guiding us, that is supporting us, right? That is showing us the way. So just be mindful of that this week, and also surrender to inner peace, right? Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis in quiet, meditative moments. Focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. So again, stillness came up in this card. Inner refuge, right? That seclusion, that retreat, right? As I was talking about, as we got into talking about the seasons, talking about winter, talking about fall, right? These seasons of like where we're becoming a little more secluded, becoming a little bit more like with ourselves, retreating. It's like just really surrender to the inner peace that is available when you are in your own company, right? When you are in these moments of meditation, of quietness, of stillness, of reflection, of simply being, right? Surrender to that peace. Allow yourself to feel that peace because you deserve it, my friend. So these two just came out. These two affirmations. We've got, I open new doors to life. I rejoice in what I have, and I know that fresh new experiences are always ahead. I greet the new with open arms. I trust life to be wonderful. Again, y'all, it's all about transformation. We're really all experiencing a lot of transformation at this time, and we've got to allow ourselves to surrender to that flow, surrender to that transformation. I am in the process of positive change. Yes, we are. I am unfolding in fulfilling ways. Only good can come to me. I now express health, happiness, prosperity, and peace of mind. Yes, we are at peace, my friends. We are at peace with the changes because we know that these changes are divine. We know that we are not alone in our shifts, in our transformation, in our evolution, in our releasing, in our stillness, in our letting go. We are at peace because we know we are being led, we are being aligned with our highest potential, with our higher selves, with our soul fulfillment. We are at peace because we deserve to be at peace. We are at peace because we are releasing, we are finally allowing ourselves to let go of burdens. We are finally allowing ourselves to accept life as it is unfolding right in front of us. We are at peace because we're becoming more accepting, we're becoming more loving, we're becoming more compassionate, we're becoming more understanding, we're becoming more aware, right? Tap into that energy this week. This is the week of letting go. This is the week of releasing. This is the week of really tuning into ourselves, tuning into our needs, fulfilling our needs, holding space for ourselves, and really acknowledging where it is that we are holding ourselves back, because we're not going to do that anymore, right? My friends, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for allowing me to channel and relay these messages. I truly am just so honored. I'm so honored and I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for being here. If you are new here, make sure to click subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. And if any of this resonated with you, please let me know in the comments. It is so affirming to me when you all let me know what it is that you resonate with, what it is that really inspired you, called to you, because I'm human too, and I really appreciate just your support. Like, I know my YouTube channel isn't huge yet. I know it's gonna get there, but the love is already there. The community is already there. Thank you all so much for being here, for supporting me, and for allowing me to just be a sliver of your awakening journey, your healing journey, and your self-development. Like, it really, I'm just so honored. So thank you all so much for bringing me into your present moment. Let's have an amazing full moon in Pisces. Let's be compassionate and graceful with ourselves and our journey and our unfolding. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye, y'all.